Welcome to Lunch and Learn Zoom Friday. We're happy that you're here on behalf of Debbie, Olivia, and myself. It's so exciting to see how that we have morphed and grown since the last week of May. So technically since June 1. It is just so amazing to me, the friendships that we've made and the business connections and all of the things that we've been able to accomplish. And I'm very excited about the upcoming year. Um, if you are a visitor today, and I believe I did see Susan on here. Hello, Susan. You want to introduce yourself and tell us who referred you?
Hi, good afternoon. So I am here at the referral of Helen. So thank you, Helen, for sending me this information. And I am in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Oh boy. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. We're a group of global entrepreneurs from around the world that gather here each week. And our main objective is to help one another rise higher, go further, faster. We work on collaborations, joint ventures. We share best practices, tips, and resources. And you never know who's going to be on here from week to week. And it's just been a fabulous, fabulous group. Um, do we have any kudos, celebrations, and recognition this week that anyone would like to talk about? Go ahead, Vivian. Hi, Vivian. Good to see you. Hadn't seen you in a minute. You're on mute.
Yeah, so I just want to celebrate that my weekly improv gatherings, which we're just going to be for the month of January to help kick people off into the new year with laughter and connectivity and fun, are going so strong that I'm continuing them. So everyone is invited. They are Thursdays from 4:30 to 6 Pacific time. So there's some East Coasters, and they're complimentary, and it's just a good gathering to stimulate your imagination. And they're having traction. So that's the celebration. Like, things have been really rocky for me to get going. So I'm just celebrating that I'm getting a group that's showing up consistently and having fun.
Very
That's
good.
awesome. Do you have the link you can put for us?
I will put it in the chat. Thank you.
Okay, awesome.
All right. Thank you. Gary Sizemore, I want to give you kudos. I've been loving your memes over on LinkedIn. You've been doing a terrific job on that. And just wanted to give a shout out and thumbs up there, Juanita Harvin. Man, she has really been rocking that LinkedIn and doing her social media. Been noticing that. And, you know, it's great that everybody is taking what they're learning in here and from each other. You know, it's not just inside here, but it's our members who are doing training and different things. It's been fantastic, but you're actually taking what you're learning, which is what it's all about, and putting it out there in the marketplace. And I know that you are seeing some really great results. And if you're not seeing great results yet, hang on, continue the process, because sometimes it takes a little while to get traction going, but it does work. We're all living examples of some of those things that's working. Who else has anything that they'd like for us to celebrate or give kudos to another member on here? Go ahead, Juanita.
So yes, my LinkedIn is working, the Instagram. Thank you, Olivia. I've been living, breathing that stuff and doing those videos when there's a good hair day, you know?
Yeah.
And, with wonderful support with, Gary and Jeff, and all these guys that, come in and give their little comments. I don't have a wonderful name like the Queen of Green. So my emphasis, getting people excited. I got 2 bookings this week. Woohoo!
Fantastic.
Travel is coming back.
Good. I am ready
Good
for it.
Of course. Did anyone else participate in the One Habit book to thrive in a post-COVID world?
We had quite a few.
There we are. Yeah, Helen, great. Yeah, because that is I've been reading through it. I did participate in it, and it did go #1 internationally, which is nice. But it's just such a helpful publication. What a really nice compilation of shares, So
Yes.
I just thought I'd mention that again, because I haven't been on for a little while, and I missed everyone. But that was another bonus for me, is that I've been working on getting the traction of polishing all my programs, because I found that I was getting involved with too many groups and not getting my stuff done. So I thought I was going to take a little sabbatical and then reappear when it's ready for blast off.
One of the things that I thought I would do, Michelle, is we had talked about that. I think it was last week, and then Olivia and I had talked about it, I think, as well. But I'd like to get everybody together who was in that particular book, and maybe we'll do a little podcast interview or something like that, and y'all can talk
Love
about your
that.
experience, because this is one of the things that I really want us to do inside our network. We had talked about it. We've got a book already planned and a magazine and some things like that. But this is a shining example. That everybody worked together, and do you know how many on that last one? I mean, I know there's
100.
several have it's,
Yeah, there was 100.
and what everybody does basically is they get together and they contribute a chapter. Anybody can contribute a chapter, and then you have this marketing force behind you that everybody, that you can, promote and publish this book. See, it's a big deal, a
guy.
big book. Yeah.
Big guy.
And then one of the things, one of our co-op projects, which we'll get into a little bit later, is going to be a Meet the Author. And I want to hold these quarterly. That way, anybody who has or is publishing a book, every quarter they'll have the opportunity to have a virtual marketplace where you can go and we'll sell tickets, cheap tickets, let's just say $5 a pop, for the public around the world to come in. And just like you would at a book fair, you get to go and sit at the table and meet the author and discuss the book or whatever, sell the book and all of that. And a lot of the problems associated with those is for authors, and I know because I've been doing this a long time, is you spend your money buying the table, and then you go and you sit there all day long and you might not sell anything. Somebody else next to you might be selling something, but you might not sell anything. So the way that we're going to combat that is by charging every entry a little, $5 fee or something to get in the door. And then all the authors will split, just like we do in our co-op, we'll split the amount of money so that everybody makes money, whether you sell your books or not, because you need exposure, first of all, for people to learn about your book, who you are, and to give them an opportunity to read some of your work. So I'm very excited about bringing that forward. And Michelle, thank you for bringing that up. Yes, Jeff.
Yeah. So are you done though with what you just said? You're done, right? I
Yep.
didn't want to cut you off. Okay.
No,
I wanted to give kudos to Olivia because we're doing that now. And, she always comes up with these nuggets and reaching out to people. She's reached out to me several times. I know she's reached out to other people here and really got me kickstarted with LinkedIn. I've just upgraded to premium and I'm actually learning Sales Navigator. So I want to take it to the next level and really utilize LinkedIn due to my, which we all know, Facebook jail garbage. So LinkedIn is going to be my avenue for social media at this particular point. So thanks, Olivia.
Fantastic. Anybody else have anything they'd like to share? Go ahead, Mary.
One, it's simple, but I got my first payroll check today from the construction business that I created last year over the process of the last few months in the pandemic. And it's my actual payroll check that's actually issued electronically and all the things. And we're not doing it manually anymore. And so I now have a payroll system and I got my first, it's nominal, but I have my first payroll check and I'm really excited about that because I've never had that before. So
that is awesome.
Exciting in the entrepreneurial space for me, little baby steps.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
I have one more that I want to share that just happened last night, thinking about wealth creation. With Cash FX, we've had to pause North American membership until we get approved for copy trading. So a friend of mine connected me with someone in India, and this guy was hilarious because he was like, so what should I start with? Like what package? And I said, well, people come in at 300, they come in at 100,000. And he's like, I think I'll start with 50. And then he doesn't want to know anything about the company. He just trusts the guy that put him in contact. And then now he has supposedly 1 million different contacts in Russia and everything else. So I was laughing because it was like this big like bubbling of, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this, So anyway, it was exciting. It was exciting. And it was last night. Yeah.
Very good.
So, yeah.
All right, let's move along to our next topic. Any tips, secrets, or resources that you'd like to share for this week? Anybody?
I will have a few, but I'll be presenting them after my talk today.
Okay.
So I'd love everyone's email. I'll send them out to you. I'm just finishing up working on funnels, and I did that because of you, Nancy. I went with the Russell Brunson 30-day thing.
Unbelievable, wasn't it?
What a giver! He's such a good guy. Like,
Yep.
I have a whole other system, and I'm going to buy his system because he's such a good guy.
Yeah.
You know, like
Well, it's a great system, and I've got to get to work on that as well.
Well, I can be your accountability partner.
There you go. There you
we
go. Olivia, do you have any tips that you've uncovered this week?
A suggestion, because we're now in this video space, and I know for me sometimes when I record a video I'll do like multiple takes. But when you go live, there's no takes, right? You just go live. So I think for many of us to explore that further, because that is something that Facebook definitely pushes, to go live or rank you higher. And then just, give it a try, go for the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes and see what happens. I know you did a live, Nancy, and it was fantastic. So I really loved hearing that.
Nancy, I have a quick question.
Okay.
Either Michelle or you can answer.
No, you go ahead. Yeah.
So this Russell Brunson 30-day challenge, if you do it every day, is it overwhelming? Like, is he going at a really quick clip?
They give you some space in between, some kind of rest pause.
Like
to
on
catch
weekends?
up. Yeah, and stuff like that.
But Marcia, I'm taking 2 back-to-back because I couldn't keep up with the first one.
One of the things that I did is I saved it. Is as I was going along, I saved the stuff because I knew how busy we were on here, that there would be probably a good chance that I might get behind. And there's a Facebook group and all of that. And so it really is fantastic. The platform, how they've got it laid it out day by day, there's a video and
so one other question. So for the subscription, can you get by with the $97 a month subscription, or do you have to go with the $297 with ClickFunnels?
There's the course, the little 30-day challenge one is $97 or whatever, if I remember correctly.
No, but she's talking about the actual platform. You'd have to look at the limitations, because if you want an autoresponder with emails and follow-up funnels and stuff, you're going to need the $297. Okay. But you could start with the $97 and generate some speed, and then you wouldn't mind paying the $300 a month. Do you know, like if you're making?
Well, let me interject here before you go any further. This is one of the things that Livia, Debbie, and I, and when I was going through that channel that we had talked about, that this is something possibly that we could do through the co-op. We could buy the big package through the co-op and let all of you who wanted to participate have your own funnel inside, because that one has unlimited amount of funnels.
Oh my, well then let's do that. What are we waiting for?
Yeah, one day at a time, one thing at a time, but I'm just saying it's that big and it's that robust. It's kind of like when we did the website, still people are not on there to understand what all. If you have not went and put your listing on our website, meetmyreferralpartners.com.
Okay, and on that note, I bought the funnel scripts unlimited, so I could share that into the co-op.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's really brilliant.
Let's do this. Let's
After
do this discussion.
But can I tell you one more thing, because it's tagging on to Olivia's stuff. Yeah, I took a really great marketing course. By the way, if anyone wants to do it, I have free tickets, but it's the 19th to the 21st, and it's free this last time, but it's worth like $2,000. So if anyone wants that, let me know. But in that course, I learned that there's this guy, you do your podcast on video, right? He takes it, not only does he transcribe it for your blog on your thing, he can separate it, he edits it, he takes the video, he'll pull the video and the audio, he'll do all these things. So you all of a sudden boost your SEO because you have all this transcription, and you are able to use nuggets of it that he edits to use for your social media throughout the month. And also there is a unpaid subscription, and I'll put it in the chat when I find it again, for a thing that records our Zooms. Like say you're doing a live and you do it on Zoom, it'll transcribe your whole Zoom for you. It's really neat.
Well, I'd be interested in looking at that. And Livia is working on something similar. We won't talk about it today, but possibly next week, Livia, unless you and I get together, that we want to talk about and see how we could introduce that to everybody, because I think that it's along the same lines, but I don't want to get too many things going here.
I think that's a feature Zoom is offering now.
Yeah, it's free
Yeah.
with Zoom. Zoom will transcribe your Zooms for free.
Your meeting. Mhm.
Yeah.
And here's another feature of Zoom that I just found out. So I did 2 Zoom calls yesterday with clients, and then they were recorded. And at the end of the calls, I got 2 emails from Zoom where their AI analyzed the conversation, giving me pointers about the personality of the person. And if I meet another person like this as a client, different feedback or different tips that I would use to communicate more effectively with that person.
Wow.
Do we think that's creepy?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's ingenious, but it is a little creepy.
Well, I found it sort of interesting because I thought,
Yes.
yeah, it's
And
interesting.
Which Zoom do you have? I mean, I've got the paid subscription that we're using.
Well, I have it through an app called Life Leadership. And I have this huge humongous package, which is about $500, and I only pay $10 a month US.
Yes, so Marcia, that feature, because I also have that feature and it's amazing, is only on the enterprise accounts. So it's something that will probably be rolled out to the lower accounts over time, but right now it's only for those of us who have an enterprise account. Then we get the AI analysis after every meeting, and it is totally creepy because it listens into your call, but it's awesome. It's really cool.
It's really cool.
Okay.
Nancy, before we move on,
Yeah,
Michelle, you keep looking to your side
I know.
and talking to us, pointing the book over to your side. We're here straight ahead of you.
Gotcha.
Okay, there you
I've
go.
got a camera that's clearer than my laptop, but my laptop can't sit where my camera is.
Okay, well, look at the camera, darling.
All right, thanks, Barry.
There we go.
I just want to see all your faces.
There you
That's
go.
why.
All right. Anybody else?
I just wanted to mention quick, Nancy, regarding that AI, that bank communications is actually rolling out something similar where they do AI through Zoom.
Ah,
Yeah, so I think it's coming in a lot of places.
all right. Okay, next topic. Does anybody have any events coming up?
I'm doing a free book writing and publishing masterclass tomorrow morning. I'll drop the Zoom link. But I just, having published 3 books since August, and now having publishing clients and doing 2 more books this year, I get asked a lot. I want to write a book and I'm totally lost and I don't even know where to start, or what are my publication options, like my publishing options. So I'm just hopping on a Zoom tomorrow. It'll probably be about 90 minutes. And just walking you through, no pitch, no nothing, literally just to help the people that have been reaching out. So I'll drop the Zoom link in the chat. It's tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific. So, if some of you have reached out with questions on how to write a book. So if you are available and you have questions, it'll be interactive. You can ask your questions, and I will give you a framework by the end that you can use then to get your book started. And I'll also tell you about the 5 different paths to publications so you can see what your options are. So
All
that's
right,
tomorrow.
thank you. Any other events that we'd like to learn about? I'm trying to look through our screens here. Let's go ahead and get a screenshot right quick before I forget. Everybody look at the camera. I'm going to do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Let me do another one. 3, 2, 1. Now next week, would that be our Valentine's one? All right. So next week's theme, Valentine's Day. What did we say we was going to do, Olivia? Who remembers?
It was either like self-care or showing love to your business or favorite charities. One of those
Okay.
three.
Okay. I failed to write that down. So that'll be next week's, that will be next week's theme. Thank you very much. Okay.
I say charity would be a good one in the love theme.
Yeah.
And we're going to cover a lot of self-care today. So,
All right.
Well,
Fantastic.
FYI, today is National Wear Red Day for raise awareness for women's heart disease. And it's Nutella Day. So if you haven't had any Nutella today, get some Nutella. Melanie, do you have some Nutella for sale?
You would think that the queen of networking here, that I would have known this, but thanks to Olivia, she brought it to my attention. I didn't even realize this week is International Networking Week.
Awesome.
I posted that just a few minutes ago. I'm like, how did I miss that? So anyways, make sure you're reaching out internationally and staying connected. And we're going to have a couple of more classes on that because we're so bogged down, I think, into this that we need to have a consistent methodology that we're using to make sure it's one thing to have, 10, 20,000 people in your network. But I did a focus that really you have 125 people in your immediate sphere of influence and that you need to be cultivating, and then it grows from there. So we're going to be having some of that coming up here pretty soon. All right, today when we go around the room, what I'd like to know after we all know each other, what I'd like to know is, we're about joint ventures, collaborations, and that can be events, that can be projects, that can be services or anything like that. But after you introduce yourself, if there's something that you would like for us to collaborate on, or if you would like to joint venture with someone, or if you'd like an introduction with, whether it's an industry or something like that, how can we help you is what I want this round to be. So, give you just a minute to think about that. And while you're thinking about it, I want to talk about our co-op for just a couple of minutes. I did send out an email and I wanted to clarify a few things. When we started out in June, we had a referral partnership membership. And a lot of you got in on that early bird special. You got in for almost nothing, right? And then the price went up. Well, we did an add-on for the co-op. That was an additional rate that you paid. Again, we let you come in really cheap as a founder. And some of you were or are in direct sales. And so this is twofold. One, the co-op, everybody pitches in a few bucks every quarter, 30, 50, or my screen went kind of blank for a second, 30, 50, or $100 every quarter. And we use this money to fund projects. And it can be a variety of projects. Eventually, we want to get it to where we can have grants for small business startups. And 85% of all income that's generated by those projects gets distributed equitably back to our members of the co-op. So if you're a member of the co-op, you are eligible to participate in that. You don't have to do anything. You pay your dues, and then we come together and we decide which projects that we want to promote. We did the website. We agreed, to do that. We've got the book that we're wanting to do. We did a couple of virtual marketplaces. This is where the home-based business job fair idea and the meet the author came up. And I have found that this morning I had one mistake that when we was doing this, I was having to go from PayPal to a spreadsheet to try and go over there. So if you are a co-op member, I need you this week to get with me and let's make sure that I have you down as a member. And if you are in direct sales and you wanted to be the exclusive rep for your company, please clarify with me so I make sure that I don't have no mistakes on that master list. Juanita, I apologize for that. But anyways, because I was having to do everything manually, everything wasn't on that website. So there could be some errors. I hope not. I hope that's the only one. But if you joined the co-op, you could or could not have been in direct sales, because anybody can join the co-op. It's just you're wanting to make extra streams of passive income. So the direct sales comes in for our home-based business job fair. And that one I'm looking at April. So that gives us plenty of time. We want to get 100 reps available from different companies. So if you already, some of you have multiple companies, remember that I need a rep to sit at each table. You can't be two places at one time. So you'll have to get a representative to be there. Any type of business opportunity is game. It does not have to be direct sales. You know what I'm saying? If you have something that is a business opportunity related, and we're going to be promoting the heck out of this on social media, online and offline, and drive people to come. There's lots of people worldwide looking for options. And so we want to become the premier virtual marketplace where they can come and check out different products and services. So you'll be able to sell your products and services as well as find potential business partners. So I just kind of wanted to spend a couple of minutes to clarify that we did give you that option. And if you were a member, you got first dibs at that. And some of you really took advantage of that and have 2 or 3 companies that you wanted to have in that co-op. And so that's kind of what that is. Now, something that I've not announced yet, to reward you for getting in early. Anybody who joined the co-op in 2020, 85% of all of the money generated gets distributed back among the members, and we keep 15% for the company. But here's how the 85% is going to be broke down. 5% bonus is going to go to all the founding members of the co-op. So right off the top, as a thank you for getting involved, you're going to get 5%. And then the 80% will be split equitably among all the members in the co-op, including founders. Okay, so that gives you an incentive. And, you know, we want to thank you for joining us early. And, you know, this is not going to be an overnight thing. It's just going to take a little while for us to get it going. But I really want us to hit this hard and heavy. So February, I'm opening this up. Anybody can join. $125 to join, and then they can choose $30, $50, or $100 a quarter for their dues, and that is their contribution. Is everybody clear on the co-op and that they understand?
So with the 30, 50, and 100, is that the amount of MLMs that you're involved in?
No, that's $30, $50. Okay, think of this like a investment club without any of the red tape, hassles, legalities, any of that stuff, because there's that's the amount that you can contribute. And so when you get your reward, it's based on which level you are.
So originally there was only one level, right? I mean, it was just $30.
Yes. And I had been asked 100 times. And so because people, you know, $30 is $10 a month. And my thought process was that's affordable enough that anybody could join. And that's what we want. We want a lot of people to join, but there was other people who had more money available, and they actually wanted to do it monthly instead of quarterly. Well, that doesn't give me time. If I did it monthly, I don't have time to plan projects. So I wanted to do it where I knew the money comes in this month, like February, the money's going to come in and I'll know how much we have to work with. This will be the money that we use to launch projects for March, April, and May. That way I don't have to worry about late payments, all that other kind of stuff. I know exactly how much money we have in the co-op to spend. That kind of clear that up for everybody?
Yeah.
I have 2 questions. Sorry, I'm late.
No, hey, go ahead.
So how often are the payouts? And the second question, Nancy, is I kind of spoke to you about my affiliate program. It's not your typical one yet. And did you speak to that? Did I miss that?
No, we haven't got there yet. We
Okay,
haven't
beautiful.
got there yet. Going there. One of the things that we need to discuss, and we're going to have a meeting on Thursday, is we have to have a minimum threshold, number one, for the payouts. Because if everybody gets $1 and it costs us 90 cents to send it to everybody, that's not worth us doing. We want to find a way to give the money back to you that's affordable. PayPal's too expensive. And there's some other things that we've looked at as too expensive. So we need to brainstorm that. I want people to bring their ideas and let's talk about, do we want it to be $20? Do we want it to be $50? Or what do we want the minimum threshold to be? And then once we get going, depending on how much money is available, you know, we could do monthly payouts very easily if we had this thing on autopilot, if we had a platform that could handle it. So I'm open for suggestions on that, but I do know we don't want to do this through PayPal or anything like that, because that's cutting into our money. And the point is to make money. So I'm open for suggestions on that. It probably will start out, because we're going to be slow getting started, probably start out quarterly and then move to a monthly payout. The goal is to have, let's just say, 100 cash machines out here that is sending us money every month, so that we're able to give you passive income every month. And then the primary objective, obviously, is the amount of money coming in through these royalty payments and commissions should be more than the amount that we are contributing in the co-op. And, you know, it's a kind of an earn as you learn type thing. So that's how that's going to work. Now, as far as the affiliate goes for us, we're going to have two sides of this thing. One, we're going to have like direct sales companies, like we've got Zervita Zeal under it right now. And then I've talked to several of you that have things that I think would be great. When we first originally started this, I thought that I could bring all of you in underneath this umbrella, but there was no way to track the money and how we would get our portion. And so what we've come up with is the co-op could sign up as a rep for some of these companies that have broad appeal, that would be, you know, appealing to the masses. And then we could promote our one website or whatever it is for all these direct sales. All of our friends and family, if they want Pampered Chef, if they want this or want that, we would send them to our website and, you know, tell them, please buy from us. You know, so imagine every time one of these businesses earned $1 in commission, you know, the co-op would get that commission and then it would be split and give back to you. So that's our thought process on some of the direct sales things. And then for you personally, if you have affiliate products and services that you want us to promote under the co-op and give us a commission, just like you normally would anybody else, we would like to hear from you. Okay, because we can do that. We can add that just as well. The thing is to make money for the co-op, it to be like an investment club. So internally, it makes sense. You've got a lot of products and services that you're promoting out there, and give us those links so that we can add that to our empire. For example, I have outside the co-op, I did Forbes Riley's pitch class like months and months ago, and I have money sitting there. I did it for the co-op and I paid for it, but we have money that could be distributed. Not a lot, you know what I'm saying, but it's a little bit. But so we could do outside things, whether it's books, you know, anytime we have something, we should be having an affiliate link. If you have like these little lights, you know, that you love, the ring lights or something like that, we should have something where we can send everybody to and let the co-op get a few bucks. It's not taking any money away. Books, your books. If you're promoting people's stuff, you know, you should be getting a little bit of affiliate commission. And, you know, pennies turn into dimes, quarters, and dollars, people, and those dollars add up. So the more affiliate type things that we have out here, and you know, the better it's going to be for us. And we need to think in terms of, we're entrepreneurs. What do we need? You know, so not only ourselves, but we're trying to promote entrepreneurship and we want to help other people become entrepreneurs. So that's the mindset that I want to think as far as target markets and those type things go. Anybody have any questions?
I got a question, Nancy.
Okay, go ahead.
In regards to the quarterly payments, are those, has that been automated? I don't remember, either automated or do we get an email saying, hey, dues are due now?
It has not been automated, but
Okay.
we need to have it automated. Bruce and I was working on the website, trying to get all that stuff squared away. And so right now it's not. That's why I sent out the email that let's do it in February, because I took off that last quarter, so we didn't do it.
Okay.
And so if we'll do it for February, that way we'll have money available. We can start fresh March 1, and then we'll be off December. And so the way I got the quarters, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and then the new year will start fresh January, February, March.
And that went out in your email just recently, correct?
Yes, the one I just sent out.
Okay, thanks.
Yes. Okay, so one last clearing point. You do not have to be in direct sales to be a member of a co-op. Anybody who wants to participate and help us launch these businesses and make money can participate. But as a bonus, if you do have a direct sales company and you would like to be the only one exclusive for our work at home job fairs, you need to get with me. That was just an option that I gave, because there's only going to be one rep per company at those events. And when we get this going, this needs to be a quarterly event. Okay, so every quarter people need to know the first week of the month or the second week of the month or whatever Saturday, whatever we're going to decide on, that's going to be a home-based business job fair that we can promote worldwide.
One
Can I
last
ask a quick
question.
there?
Yes, Laura.
Because Claudio and I
Hang
are-
on. Hang on. Go ahead, Laura.
Sorry. Yeah, so the 99 I paid for this group last year. Is the fee for the co-op separate on an annual basis?
Yes, it was an add-on. Okay. It was an add-on.
That's
yes.
The annual fee I'm thinking about, not the $30.
Yes, and so what we're going to do is I've got to get with Libby and Debbie, but we're going to have, you can be a member of the Referral Partnership Network, you can be a member of the co-op separately, or we'll give you a good deal and you can be a member of both for a set price. That way it'll kind of clear everything up and we won't be having all this issues. It's a learning experience, guys, and as we come add things, we got to figure it out.
So what my question was, is that because I signed up for Cash FX as that person, but Claudio, my good friend, is also doing it, but he's on a different team. Can I let him do part of it and me do part of it? Like if we're having 4 quarterlies, like as in, can I share that with him?
Let's me and you and him get together, and me and him have talked about a few things that I think we've got some ideas that will work out for the both of you. I think it'll be great.
Okay,
so
great.
Yes, we can work those things out, because there are a couple of you in here who have the same business, and we want you both to make money.
Okay, cool.
All right. Anything else? Yes, Mary.
Hey, so I got a question about how does it look like on the back end? So you've got, there's maybe 20 of us in there. So I'm curious, what are the numbers looking like now? Number of people, and then the number of products or things, and then you'd like to grow them or scale them in relation to what? So how many more products do you want to go this year, and how many more people do you want this year? Can we talk about some of those, and fill into that space?
Yes, what I'm going to do is on Thursday, 11:30 to 1, I'm going to have a Zoom meeting where we can really kind of flesh this out a little bit more detail, that answer more of your questions and get more of your questions so that I can figure out those answers for you, or we can brainstorm and come up with solutions. But definitely, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. So,
sure, yeah.
Hey, Nancy,
yes.
That 11:30 to 1, is that Central Time?
I'm sorry. Yes, Central Standard Time.
And that's open to this entire group to talk about this process?
Yes.
This coming Thursday. So it's.
Yes. And I'll probably do it for the next couple of Thursdays, but this one, we'll see how this one goes. I really want to get this moving. And I didn't want to take up, a half hour on Lunch and Learn to deal with it, but it's important because we all need money. I know.
Thanks.
All right. Anything else? All right, well, let's go around the room and let's share with me any joint ventures, collaborations, or if you have an idea for us that you would like for us to pursue for our group. Claudio, would you like to start?
Geez, I hadn't really thought about on the joint venture side. Obviously, there are possibilities. Especially if we decide to do something with the co-op. What I would say is I've actually, because of the networking week, I was actually at an event for Jennifer Beal earlier this week. She calls it the 10% referral club. And I know not everybody is interested in, what we're doing here with Cash Effects, Michelle and I. But what if we were to offer a referral bonus if you decided to refer somebody right now, specifically outside of North America, if we would offer a referral bonus if they signed up under one of us. So just as an example, somebody comes in for $1,000, we get a $150 fast start bonus. Maybe we can give 20% back as a referral bonus.
Good idea.
Hmm.
What do you think, Michelle?
I think it's a great idea. I actually, if I don't mean to step on your toes in any way, but I'm thinking if we get a referral from them and they are not able to benefit in the long term, we could give them the whole 150.
No,
Like,
don't
you
give
know,
away the
like as
farm.
in-
Don't give away the farm.
Okay, all
Don't
right.
give away the farm.
Sorry, I was just thinking because they're going to be in for not
Yeah.
like, for years. So,
Right.
but yeah, but I love the idea, Claudia.
Yeah, well, I'm talking more specifically for people that aren't interested in joining, but may know somebody else that might want to.
All right,
That's
sounds
why I
great.
meant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds
Okay,
great.
so even just doing that on an all around thing, Claudio, I was actually going to jump in and say that too, as far as the 10% club. And that is that, I mean, what an encouragement it would be, as opposed to thinking, well, I may have a referral for someone, but they probably don't have one for me, is that if we're all in it really together, understanding that it'll always come around, is offering a 10% back to people that promote it. For example, Agatha and I are doing another joint venture workshop next week, and we've already discussed doing that for other people to promote coming to our color training and getting their colors matched for their skin and their style and things like that. So we've already discussed that. So we're actually in the process of doing that. So we'd love to talk more about that possibility all around.
Well, and what we might could do is have something set specifically for our referral partners where it's just flat across the table that everybody in here, knows if they refer, whatever, they would get X percent.
Yeah,
And
that
after
sounds great.
after we've done that a time or two, the word will start, getting around and all of that. But we'll think on that. And that's a great idea, Claudia. Juanita, do you have any ideas?
Caught me off guard, but gosh, all these things happening here. I'm still thinking of stuff.
Well,
but
one thing I was thinking of,
featuring a trip somewhere,
Yes.
whether they're groups or not, or we could always have a retreat somewhere, or anyone, and do some of our talks, and have like a mini conference somewhere where somebody can vacation together.
Yes, we have definitely been talking about that since day one. If they open up, travel and all that. As a matter of fact, I got a commercial right quick. I got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house that right here in Navarre at the beach that's opening up April 1. So if you know anybody who, we're just a few
Thanks.
minutes from the beach here. If you know anybody, it's great
We put it
house.
up on our website.
There you go. There you go. If you know anybody who wants to come to Florida. But anyway, I do love that, Juanita. And I think we definitely, once we get this travel thing figured out, that we could definitely do that. Love it. Love it. Barry, do you have any ideas on any collaborations or anything that you'd like to see us do?
I'm just listening and learning.
Okay. Well, if you think of something, holler out. Marsha?
There's a lot of us that are part of this community that are in health and wellness. And I think one of the corroborations we could do maybe at some future point, and I think some of the people here have already done this, is have some kind of health summit.
Yeah, I'll share with you right now, Marcia, that I'm actually currently partnering with 2 other people, 2 of my other clients, one of whom is in the big table. So related to most of us in the group, or some of us in the group. She's created a health summit, and we're building a podcast and a magazine, all centered around health and expert health and wellness. So come talk to me. Like, you don't need to reinvent the wheel and do all that work yourself. Just come talk to me. I want more people. So come my way.
So my question
I'm in too, Mary.
Okay,
my-
great. Yeah, perfect. You'd be
I'm
perfect.
interested as well.
Yeah, so let me just ask you this, Mary. So would that mean then that the people here who want to and are part of a health and wellness background and their main focus is health and wellness, we could be a speaker at your summit?
Exactly. Yes, we will. So we're planning course content right now, and we're going through monetizing, figuring out which products to sell, blah, blah, blah. We're creating that in structure and then doing the back end engineering part. But yes, we will be having invited speakers on a summit as well as like a podcast. We haven't figured out frequency if it's going to be weekly or monthly yet, but that sort of thing. So you would come and speak. Yes.
And the other thing too, I just want to make a plug here. So when Mary's talking about the big table, she's talking about one of the programs under the umbrella of Laurel Langmeyer. And if you don't know the name Laurel Langmeyer is a money expert. And she talks to anybody within 3 inches about money. She has a conversation about money, and it's true.
She is also known as the millionaire maker, and that is what her deal is. That's her thing. And we actually have several people in our network here that is members of the big table, and that's her big, she's got a couple of different levels, but it's like a mastermind group. I mean, it's amazing. So anyways, thank you for that.
So the point I want to make is that she has a large following. So if anybody's part of the big table or part of the Laurel Langmeyer community, there would probably be a lot of people attending this health summit, is my point.
Yes, very much so. Vivian, do you have any collaborations or anything you'd like to input?
Not exactly right now. I'm trying to think of how I fit with people because my stuff is a little, it's helpful in every arena, but it's not necessarily clear. So,
well, I just threw this out here and, this was just off the cuff, but, I'm trying to get a feel over what the members are wanting this year. And that's what we want to bring. So if you've got any ideas, didn't mean to, not meaning to put y'all on the spot, but maybe I should, instead of calling on you, who has an idea, if they have an idea for cooperation or something, whether it's product or service that you'd like us to co-op or something that would benefit the members of this group. That's what we're after. Anybody?
I have one.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's Richard here. Actually, Michelle talked to me before this, but I'm just thinking of now offering a free 1 hour sort of tapping session with everybody to kind of show what I do with the EFT. A lot of people hear about them until we actually experience it. We don't know what it does. So I'm thinking of now to do 1 hour free. And then if somebody wants to cooperate or, collaborate with me, Mary, I'm going to call you as well. Happy to share, because until you can talk about it all you want, but until you experience it, how do you use what this is? How do you use it? Then you can know it's something you can add into your life very quickly. That's safe, effective, and especially for children. So
very good.
We'll get a little teaser of that soon too, because I asked Richard to do that a little minute for us during the talk.
Okay, wonderful. Anybody else? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead, whoever.
Go ahead, Olivia.
In thinking about all these like summits and that we can put together, I would really love to maybe have like a speakers academy, maybe do some speaker training and have each of us be kind of like referrals so that there are events coming up that are looking for speakers that they could have a directory and we could be it for each other. And I was told to look into the Canadian speakers. I think they have a really nice program. So maybe that's something we could bring into the co-op and everyone have access to that modular training, et cetera. But maybe eventually we can just create our own, speakers academy, speaker training, et cetera, platform.
Olivia,
I don't know if I had told you that or not when I had originally met with you and Debbie, but I had worked on that as one of my projects to do, and I love that you brought that up, because we do have tons of speakers and trainers and coaches in this group, and
well, even if someone who hasn't, Yeah.
Yeah,
Or even if someone hasn't spoken yet, I think this would be a
that
great
they want,
skill
yeah, that they
to
want
add.
to learn and, get them, on the podcast, get them, great in front of the camera and all that stuff. But when we open things up, like for me down here, I'm sure we all have areas, but I'm in the middle of tourists. I mean, millions upon millions of people are right here coming in, and we have these huge conferences. We've got Pensacola Beach, we've got one here in Navarre, we've got one in Desta and Panama City, and then Mobile. So literally within 100-mile radius, we have these huge conference centers that bring people in from all over the world. And it kills me that they're, the speakers, I mean, we should be being tapped into, because we have some world-class people in this network, and all they would have to do, would be take a look at our website, or, our Academy database. So I love that idea. And
So
there was, yes.
there's something called Speaker Slam in Toronto. And Rena and Dan, I believe his, have now become sort of the expertise in this realm. Laura, you may know of them. They are very, very well connected, have built a business around this. They're connected with Goldcast, amongst other things, and they do monthly speaker slams. They're now online. They also have a speaker training that they've built out. And perhaps that is something, instead of, like we said, reinventing the wheel, inviting someone who's already doing something like that could be of benefit to herself in building her business, and as at the same time developing speakers within here. They do an amazing job.
We also have Barbara Britt, which
Okay.
is a local here in my area. She is a John Maxwell Speaker Academy trainer, and they have that as well. So I want to first give. I mean, I'm totally open. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring in the experts.
Yeah, I
whatever
didn't
we-
know
yeah,
who you
if
had,
you
so
want-
I'm just saying who I know, that's all.
Yes, would you put that information in the chat so that I can take a look, or just get it to me if you don't mind, so that we can take a look at that, because we could literally do a series. I mean, we're Lunch and Learn, and we could do a series on this and see where it goes. Of course, I'd have to send out to see how many people would actually be interested, but we all can become better speakers. And no matter where we are, what we're doing, communication is very important. And right now with virtual marketplaces, it's more important than ever before that we be able to do it and do it well. So thank you. No, I appreciate that. And if anybody else, if you have any other experts or whatever that you could draw in for that particular space, let me know. Anybody else have?
I'd like to invite anyone. Please email me and I'll put it in the chat. But first off, I have a group of about 700 people that it's all about self-care. And I do showcase someone every Sunday for Self-Care Sunday. And you go on there live and you can record it live from your device, so you can use it and repurpose it as well. And I'd like you to send me 2 different posts at least for the week prior, so they get to know who you are and when it's coming up. And then you showcase yourself, and then we link them to you. So if they're gravitating towards you, then they'll go towards you. And then I also am reinvigorating my podcast. So I'm getting a list of people. Now that one is much more wide open than just self-care, because it's all about mastering your habits. It could be in finance, it could be in anything, right? Like, so 8 areas of your life. So that one I'm starting up soon. So I'm taking guest lists for the podcast.
Okay.
And I will have an affiliate for my program that is all about optimizing your lifestyle system for your home-based business ecosystem. And what I'm looking for, truthfully, to start with that program is links to the gatekeepers, the CEOs, the HR people that could get me in with the corporations that have now sent their people home to work rather than being at the office, because it's that transitionary new schedule, new system that they have to set up at home. They might even be homeschooling their kids. Do you know, like there's so much going on that we have to focus on for a new system. So I would appreciate any kind of link to HR or whoever makes the decisions.
Okay.
So what do you mean by self-care?
Oh, I'm a holistic, well, I'm an alternative health and fitness professional. So self-care really realms in every area for me, everything from EMF protection, your routines for morning and night, all kinds of things. So nutrition, your meal planning, the ability to deal with stress, all of those things, physical fitness, as well as your nutritional needs.
All right.
Thank
Laura,
you.
Laura, do you have anything through any of your stuff that you would like us to
Yeah.
cooperate?
I have a lot of stuff coming up. I'll let the group know as it comes up. One thing I'm just formulating right now is an impact to income summit, and that's going to be reflected in not just if you're a coach or anything like that. So what kind of impact do you have on the world that can create income for people, right? And that, you know, can be through self-growth or whatever. So once I have a little bit more details about that, I'm going to be running that with Anne-Marie Bellamy and Domingo Silvas. And yeah, I'll let you guys know, because we're going to be reaching out for speakers, or if you're the, you know, if you're the expert on your subject matter, we'll be running that as well. So, I mean, yeah. And there's a bunch of other projects I have in the soup kind of thing, right? But that's the one that's starting to show up probably in the next 2 to 3 months.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Well, we're going to move along and we're going to go to our featured speaker, which, as you've already heard, is our very own Michele Drake, who is an age reversal specialist, an international best-selling author, and the CEO of Master Habits and the Bright Light Fund. Michele is an alternative health, fitness, and wellness professional. She's done that for over 30 years, and she's focused on what can go right with our human experience and making habits the key ingredient to substantial positive outcomes. Today, she'll be sharing how you can make self-care your superpower. So join me in welcoming Michele.
Thank you. So guys, when I look at you right now, does it bother you? Because I pushed the Barry, how's it doing? Is it okay? I'm okay. All right, good. I just want to make sure. Okay, so I know that we've been chatting a lot today and it's been so awesome and elaborate. I'm going to throw a lot at you in a very short time. Okay. And I hope you can handle that. And that's another thing. Can you handle that? Like, we're going to be dealing with a lot of overwhelm in the spaces that we're holding right now, especially during our lockdowns. A lot of us have had to transition to a home-based business and we're not used to it. And some of us have been there for a while. So as a show of hands, who of you had a massive transition during lockdowns and COVID and everything? Just 2, 3, just 3 of you, 4 of you. Okay. 4 or 5. Okay, so just a few of us in this room, because we're all entrepreneurs and we all decided that we want to work from home anyway. So, so that was a good thing. But you also have to recognize like your ergonomics of your day as well. So who here even had been in the past at home? Who here goes to see a chiropractor, massage therapist, or something like that if they've been not feeling so great from their ergonomics of their house? Yeah, okay, so that's the thing, right? Is that we're set up in such a way, but it isn't ideal for our health. So it might be great for, you know, being able to wake up when you want to and set your own schedule and things like that. But if we don't set that up optimally and we don't get ourselves really on a good system, and there, I don't know if anyone's read Atomic Habits, have you? Anyone? Show of hands. I love interacting. No one's read Atomic Habits? No. Okay, it's amazing. But what it does prove is that the little tiny consistent things that we put into our life, and they can be so small that they could take like 30 seconds. They're going to make massive impact overall. So this is what I want us to focus on, are the little things that you can add into your routine. And I personally, I've been a health and fitness professional for over 30 years. COVID was almost like the lockdown was almost a blessing for me, because all of a sudden I wasn't running around to everybody's place and teaching classes everywhere and, you know, always on the go and eating on the run. All of a sudden I'm at home and I'm able to actually formulate this optimal system that is just being beautiful for not only my sleep routine, but just my productivity and the way my health is and my stress levels. Everything is full of vitality right now. I had a good facade going on for those 30 years, but I was really running ragged. There was a lot of burnout going on there because you are, when I did my Excel spreadsheet, I was literally traveling as much as I was working. So I would leave at like 4:30, 5 in the morning and not be home sometimes till like 9 o'clock at night. So those kind of things are not aligned. Now, what I want us all to do, is there anyone on the screen right now that is actually standing, except for me? No one, right? So the calorie burn is not that much different if you're standing, but I'll tell you, sitting is the new smoking. We are sitting way too much, and our bodies are not meant to function in that manner, nor are our digestive systems or anything. So one of my main recommendations for a lot of people is to get that adjustable standing sitting desk, because some people's backs can't handle standing all day, but other people can manage. So, I mean, I think we burn like, I don't even know, I think it's about 10 or 15 more calories if you were standing still rather than sitting, which isn't exorbitant. But if you were moving and you were doing cross crawl motions and everything while you were reading something, then all of a sudden you have a much more substantial caloric burn. It's almost like 100 calories more in a day. And I'm not just about calories, I really am not. I'm just formulating a way for us to keep our systems active and moving the way that they should be optimally. So one of the things that's important is movement. And if we're not in movement, we're very stagnated. And I actually injured my knee during COVID because I like sitting cross-legged, and I was sitting cross-legged at a computer that I had to dust off, literally dust off during COVID, because I had never really sat at it. And I was sitting on it for like 16-hour days. It was just not optimal. So one of the things I want you to do is look into those. I have a few that I'll link you to that I find really good. They're adjustable. Also looking at the balls as a form of a chair. I don't recommend you sit on it for 8 hours, but it is definitely going to improve your core strength, your back, your bone density, so many things. Circulation happen when you're able to sit on that ball at your desk rather than just sitting. So I'd like everyone to try and adjust their monitors and stand with me while I do the rest of my talk, because truthfully, you've been sitting long enough already. So if I don't see you very well because you can't do that, that's okay. That's no big deal. All right. Now, the other thing I'm going to ask you to do is if you could have a piece of paper and a pen out so that you can jot down notes. It's kind of important that for a few things that I want you to have. Okay. So right now, does everyone have a glass of water at their desk, and can they show it to me, please? Right? I know I'm going to put you on the spot a lot. Good. Now, one thing about plastic, I saw one plastic water bottle there. It's got a lot of xenoestrogen in it. What that means is estrogen in our body is like a pie with a piece missing. And when a proper estrogen comes into our system, this is for men and women alike, it locks into that piece of pie and it produces things like nail and skin growth and organ repair and all kinds of important things that estrogen helps do. But if xenoestrogen, which is from your plastic bottle, it can actually lock into that spot and not let the other estrogen in. So then all of a sudden you have tumorous growths and you have a lot of different things that are really not good. So please don't drink out of that plastic stuff, okay? Either glass or a good solid metal. All right. Now, I know a lot of people that will say to me, I don't like water, which is totally bizarre to me because I don't like anything but water. So but what I do suggest for them is things like what I have in my hand right now. They like wine. They'll have a wine glass in their hand, no problem, and they can fill it with water. It's often just the perception of what you got going on. But if in the morning you can just fill up like 2 to 3 liters of water on your countertop, so that you know you're only drinking from that, at least you can see where you're at and you're seeing how much water you're actually getting in your day, because water is imperative for so many functions, and we are 60 to 70% water. Our cells are very much needing that. And so you need to be flushing out the toxins, the buildup, everything is determined on water. So let's say you have a fat loss goal and you are burning fat. Your fat is what holds your toxins in your body. So as you're burning fat, your toxins are rampant in your system. If you don't have enough water to flush out the toxins in urination, perspiration, talking, then you are going to, your toxins are going to coax your fat cell back because they have nowhere to store. So then that fat cell comes back and it sits back in there. So very important to be drinking at least 2 liters of water a day, honestly. Yeah, and don't worry about those stories about people drinking too much water. It's never going to happen to us. I shouldn't say never, but in general, it's never going to happen to you. And if you want to, you can just put a little bit of mineral salt in there. You won't even taste it, but then your body will hold the water intracellular as well as extracellular. Because a lot of times when we're drinking, it will just flush right through us. It's extracellular, but we really need it in the cells. Think about a grape and think about a raisin. And that's our cells. We want to have them nice and plump. That's when our joints feel better. That's when our muscles feel more limber. That's when we feel a lot more youthful. Now, as some of you are standing with me, and I thank you for that, I'm just going to get you to take your right hand and touch your left heel. And then you're going to take your left hand and touch your right heel. And just go back and forth from that, like as in, I might make you dizzy if I do that for too long, but you guys can do that for a while. And you can also do right elbow, left knee, left elbow, right knee. These are supersonic, if everyone's heard of brain gym. This is a way for the left and right brain to connect. This will help you with memory, focus. It'll keep you calm. And it's retrainable. So it has very big benefits for like even stroke recovery people and whatnot. Now, if you want to stop there for a second and just take your hands on your ears, that little fold that is rounded there, if you start to unroll it and pull on it, that's another form of helping your brain. So when you need some clarity, when you need to kind of wake yourself up in the day and that, just try these brain gym things. The other thing that's fun is if you take both hands and you try to write on the wall, write different sayings with both hands though, not just with one, not just with your dominant one. Okay, so those type of things are left-right brain connecting, super powerful. And not only that, you're moving your system, your digestive, everything is going to help that so much better. So now I was going to tell me what I'm like for time, Nance.
You're good. I'm just laughing right here. If somebody was to look at us right now, I should have Facebook Lived us.
Well, this is the thing, is that I am so, like I told you the last time, I didn't get on Zoom with the camera because I was having my bath. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I like to incorporate movement and things into our days. We're sitting like in our little squares, and it feels like that old what was that, Hollywood Squares, do you know, like where we're just sitting there and we're just like talking heads. But we need to be incorporating more movement. A lot more of your meetings need to be held on a walk and talk. And so tell them, no, I'm not going to do Zoom, just call me on my phone. You could have your wire headphones, not your wireless, because as Mary knows and I know, you want to stay so far away from EMF. And I am terrified of those wireless headphones because those are EMF right next to your brain, like as in not cool. That's electromagnetic frequency, and that is not cool. So Nancy, what I'm asking you is how many minutes do I have? Because I want to make sure I showcase Richard. And there's something.
5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay. So I was going to do a scavenger hunt with you, but you're lucky. You're off the hook right now. But I am going to pile through a bunch of things that I find are extremely healthy habits. So I was on the phone with one of my holistic nutritionist friends that's also what's called a biohacker. And if anyone hasn't heard of that lately, it's the new coined term for us to really use what science has right now and boost our human experience, right? But one of the things that I didn't know was I knew fermented foods were good. And that why they're good is they provide a prebiotic for your probiotic. So talking about immune systems and boosting it and everything else, we have a probiotic, and maybe you take one, which would be great because we need to boost our probiotics, but then you need to feed it. And I was taking in one particular product that I just grabbed, which is a prebiotic, which is like a sauerkraut or something like that. And she said, no, what we really need to do is have a whole bunch of different ones and alternate them, because one is only feeding one particular strain of the prebiotic or probiotic. And then you want to feed the different strain and feed the different, so that you're really strengthening all of them. So I'm just going to show you a bunch that I got. So this one's kimchi. This one is also, this one's a sauerkraut with carrots and ginger. You can make these, but honestly, I tried making them and they're very dangerous because if you don't burp them, you're making like a bomb at home, like as in, because with the fermentation, you could literally smash open the glass. So that's why I've decided to buy them. This one is an organic beet sauerkraut. So this is what I mean, just try to alternate them. All you need is 1 tablespoon a day. So I'm not saying that you're going to enjoy this. Like it's not, some of them are not very tasty to me. What I do is I cut a little bit of avocado, because avocado seems to soften things for you. And you put it with a little bit of mineral salt, which helps your body hold some water. And then you're good to go, right? This one's going to seem really weird to you guys too. A lot of things are going to seem weird. I can explain these more in detail when we get together on different things. But coconut oil, if you take a tablespoon in your mouth and you chew it up a little, make it into an oil in the morning and start to squish it in between your teeth. It's an Ayurvedic Indian thing. And it starts to draw toxins, and it really does. The coconut oil itself has an antimicrobial effect. So it will start to help you not like get rid of bacteria and infection in your mouth. Then any magnesium spray I love, because your body is deficient in magnesium. You can't help it. Even if you're eating the foods that do have magnesium, the soil was so deficient in the minerals that you're not getting what you need. And the body often loves to get it through the skin. So a magnesium spray will go intracellular, which is really nice. And it is responsible for relaxation of the muscles. So sometimes when you're ingesting too much, you're going to get loose bowels, right? So when you want it for muscle, you're going to spray it on the areas that you want, and you're going to notice it relax right away. Things that I think are really powerful are avocados, bok choy. This is so easy. You put it in a little pan with some ghee. It's ready in like 2 minutes. It's so quick. First thing in the morning, I think you should have some lemon and ginger in hot water. That's my recommendation always. And there's all kinds of other stuff I would love to share with you, but don't have time. And I wanted to do this really quick with Richard. Richard is going to take us through a 1-minute EFT tapping. But before we do that, I want you to start to feel a stressful situation. So that could be your to-do list. Like, as in that could be, you know, getting your funnels up and running. That could be like any of that causes a little bit of unrest in your system. I want you to really go there right now, sense it, and give yourself a rating from 1 to 10, 10 being I'm so stressed I can't deal with this, I want to go lie down, and 1 being, oh my God, this is a breeze. Okay, so give yourself a number. Richard will take us through 1 minute of creating a reduced overwhelm. And then I just want to end with a box breath, and then that'll be our day. Okay, so right now, create that number in your mind and we'll let Richard take over and do his expertise.
Okay, we're running short on time, so
Oh,
actually we're going
Thank
to
you.
have Richard. No, go ahead. We'll
Okay.
give you your minute to do your thing, but then we need to move along because
sure. No box breath today.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll
Okay.
send it to you in your emails. Just send me your emails.
Without knowing the tapping points, it's more intentional. That one in the center of the eyebrow, and acknowledge the problem. I have this stress. I have this stress. Just tapping lightly, side of the eye. I have this overwhelm of all the things I need to do. Now, the reason is we want to acknowledge what the problem is. An affirmation does not work. It's like trying to put the dinner table on top of the dishes over there when you haven't cleaned the table off before. You need to clean the table off. Acknowledge the stress. I have all this stress. Too much to do. I don't even know where to start. So many things. I'm so distracted. I need some help. I don't even know what I need help with. All this stress, collarbone, all this stress. Again, we're just acknowledging the problem, feeling what's in your body, doing that. You got to clean the dinner table off first, wash the dishes before you start to set the table again. You're setting the table. All this stress, all this stress. I'm overwhelmed. I'm freaking out. I don't know where to even start. Pay attention to your body. You're honoring yourself by acknowledging the stress. We've been taught to ignore stuff. You start to pay attention to them. Where do you feel it? All the stress. I call it, I teach the Chevy Chase tap and rant, where nothing is too colorful to say. Anybody wants to, that's what I want to teach for somebody, if they can just spend some time just de-stressing. I think that's about a minute. And just go around the table. Like you can just YouTube these as well. I got too much on the go. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Richard. Thank you. And thanks everyone. And please do just email me at info@masterhabits.com and I will send you out 7 strategies to avoid burnout. And I'll also send over some restorative stretch and some breathing techniques.
Thank you very much for that.
You're
Very
welcome.
informative talk. Michele, you gave us lots of really good information. Probably need to get together with you and find out about what magnesium spray that you recommend, or maybe
Sure.
Barry has something. I don't know. We'll take a look at all that. But anyway,
Yeah.
thank you very much. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Let's go around the room and quickly, because we have a visitor today. Susan, we hope that you enjoyed your time with us today. Go ahead and introduce yourself again and tell us a little bit about your business. We're only going to have about 30, 45 seconds because our time is a little bit limited, but go ahead and go. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So I help women get the lash that they want with a really easy to use magnetic lash and liner system that works. So a lot of people are into makeup. A lot of people are into mascara. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I love feeling capable and inviting. And these lashes literally have put a skip in my step. So our magnetic liner, I lined my eye. You'll see, I wear half eyes all the time. And I'm gonna just grab that lash and pop it on, and it's like, boom. It's right there. And I'm ready to attack my day. So that's what I do. And we just had a huge global launch. We've been in Canada for only a few months. And I would love to be able to show you more about these incredible lashes.
What is the name of your company? And go ahead.
Yeah, the name is Tori Bell Cosmetics, and we are in the States and we are in Canada and
all right.
6 other countries.
Put your links or contact information, if you don't mind, in the
I
chat.
will.
So everybody
Thank you.
Susan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Susan, and I'm a health and wellness advocate with Balanced Senses. I'm passionate about giving people the knowledge and support that they need with their health challenges, but doing it the natural way. So today I invite you to try a new plant-based shampoo, conditioner, and hair treatment that I just added to my toolbox. There's no parabens, no dyes, not tested on animals. It's manufactured and distributed right here from Toronto, Canada, and it has a secret ingredient. So if you'd like to know what that secret ingredient is, put #secret in the chat and let's have a coffee.
All right, thank you. Richard?
Richard Moore, and I'm actually a life transformation coach, empowering divorced women with a 10-step program. The first 3 parts: acceptance, your biggest challenge, and your identity. So if you're looking for someone to just walk through the door and get some more empowerment and clarity in your life, I'd love to have a conversation with you going forward, and happy to collaborate with people.
All right, thank you. Olivia?
Hi there, I'm Olivia. I'm a LinkedIn trainer and I want to help you increase your vibe. Vibe stands for visibility, impact, and brand expression, all on LinkedIn. So I invite you to join my Facebook group where you can get access to trainings and different events.
Helen?
Hello, hello. I was going to say good morning, but it's the afternoon. So I am Helen Harwood Snell, and I take the fear out of marketing for entrepreneurs by creating attraction marketing that actually converts through storytelling and communication AI. Would you like a free webinar and a story biography PDF download? Just give me a comment or give me a notification in the comments.
All right, thank you. Jeff?
Thanks, Nancy. Hi, I'm Jeff Berger, and I'm founder of Abundance and Optimum Wellness, physically, mentally, and financially. As a certified health and integrative wellness coach, I show stressed out entrepreneurs how to increase mental fitness with holistic coaching for overall heightened well-being. I'm a living testimonial. I took control of my life, lost 60 pounds, reversed my type 2 diabetes, came off of 5 medications, have more energy, sleep like a baby, stress and anxiety down to a minimum, and I feel like I'm in my 30s. And I'm 66 years old. Are you looking to improve your mental fitness? Enter #mental fitness in the comments. Thanks.
Thank you. Barry?
Well, hi, so I help you and your family as a product ambassador for $1 billion international health, wellness, and beauty manufacturer of consumer necessity products, offering you private, exclusive wholesale accounts by invitation only. We're not a buying decision. We're a shopping decision, so just switch stores. Let me introduce you to North America's #1 online wellness shopping club, Melaleuca, the Wellness Company. My calendar's in the chat. Remember me, I'm the Mellow Man.
Marsha?
Hi, I'm an expert in professional daily accountability for health and wellness. As the author of 4 books, I love working with entrepreneurs like you to be more relaxed, feel more energized, lose the weight and keep it off forever, and overcome those food cravings with my RR method. So go into the chat and put in #DA for daily accountability.
Kate?
Try that button. Hi, I am an image and healthy lifestyle coach, and I help busy entrepreneurs show up to be their best, look and feel amazing in less than 30 days with my color impact systems. Did you know that you have 7 seconds to impact? You don't get a chance at making a first impression. People make decisions about who you are in less than 7 seconds. So why not make the first impression count? We can help you with that. Increase your confidence, increase your results, increase your returns. #ColorMeBeautiful for the next amazing workshop that Agatha and I are putting on, and get your 4 top colors and get a personalized color match for your skin and cosmetics.
Juanita?
Hi, everybody. This is Juanita at Your Way Tours, and I am your global travel enthusiast. That's right. We're ready to go, and we hope you can dream now, plan now, and we'll help you travel and get out there into the world. So follow us on #Global Tours and Trips, and we are here for you.
Vivian?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Vivian Geffen, Creativity Muse and Authentic Presence Coach, and I help you feel seen and heard and authentic in your pitches and your speaking and in your life. So I have, like I said earlier, the weekly Laugh in 2021 gatherings. I will put the link in the chat, and you're all welcome to come play some improv games for fun and for collaboration and community. Thank you.
Claudio?
Hello, everyone. My name is Claudio. I'm with a company called CashFX. And what I do is I help entrepreneurs that are looking to diversify their passive streams of income, but are struggling to find that right one. I help you create the one that's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Why let the banks make the billions of dollars in profits go into the foreign exchange market when you can have CashFX do that for you? Want to learn how? Reach out to me and I'll show you. Thank you.
Agatha.
I'm unmuting myself and I'm just trying to find myself. There we go. My name is Agata Wisniewska and my company name is Your Beauty Blooming. The purpose of Your Beauty Blooming is I want to see you bloom with beauty from the inside out. Beauty connects us and it transcends absolutely no boundaries. Seeking, experiencing, and cultivating beauty in ourselves and the world is really my sacred work. As nothing more that I want to do is have you stand in front of your mirror and actually see the reflection of your beauty right in front of you. As a makeup artist, I see beauty in every single face, and my mission is to preserve it. I work with women who are 40 plus and fabulous, who are in sales or in small business, who want to put their best face forward, and people who have worked with me have experienced a boost in confidence, increased sales because they believe in themselves, because they're able to see their beauty, inner beauty shine on the outside. I take the confusion out of your overflowing makeup drawer, the confusion out of, oh, nobody has ever been taught how to put on makeup. So I take it and I simply simplify it by personalizing your makeup palette into one. If you think this is a complicated process, actually, makeup can be as simple as 5 minutes. You just need to know how to apply. You can learn how to do that in our next workshop with Kate on February 11th, and you will learn how beauty connects us. Hashtag beauty connects us, and I'll drop the link in the chat.
Thank you. Mary?
That was wonderful and so polished. I feel like I'm not near that. I don't have that type of launch. I would like to pull people in. I'll tell you about this project with Internet Jeopardy. As you've mentioned, I'm doing this health summit coming up. We're planning a health summit, a magazine, and a podcast on the radio here. It'll be live. I'm on the tech side, so we're putting an upcoming health summit on. It'll come on in about 2 weeks. I'll start communicating with you. I'll drop my name in the chat. I'd like you to please connect with me. If you want to be involved on this part of the page, the situation, think like I'm the one backstage reading all the telemonitors, so I have a different sync time than you. And so like I'm not always on the stage. Y'all, I'm like in the dark. And so I want y'all, whoever wants to be invited as a speaker, I want to direct y'all. Please come and talk to me. I put my email in the chat for you to just send me a note and say, hey, I'm in or I'm interested. Give me some specifics. I'd like to know maybe 3 things about y'all. Like, we're talking about water and energy. So we're talking about critical electricity infrastructure.
Okay, let's hold that. I'm almost out of time. Hold that for your little thing. Anybody who wants to do that's a fantastic idea. Great opportunity. Get with her. Sorry, but I'm right here at the edge. LaDonna. You're on mute.
Hey, I guess the first thing I need you to do is learn how to do that correctly. I'm LaDonna with Regato U. We have a brand new product this week. It is called Defend. This little stick right here, you add in to 8 ounces of water. It replaces all of those bottled vitamins that you have laying around. I know several people that have 8 to 9 vitamin pills that they take a day or more. You will no longer need that. It's all right here. Your A, B, C, D's, and others is right here. It's all natural. And just let me know. I have a free sample for everyone.
Can you, what is that called? You've got some background noise going on. What is that called again?
Defend.
Oh, Defend. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
All natural product. You just add it into 8 ounces of water.
All right. Thank you. Stevie.
Hey everyone, it's so good to be back here with all of you again. My company is Succeeding with Stevie, and I'm Stevie, your Beyond Six Figure sales coach. So how many of you grew up saying, I can't wait to be a salesperson? Yeah, you didn't know that was going to happen to you as a budding business builder, right? So I take the scared stiffness out of sales. And I have workshops that take you through the sales process to learn how to more confidently show up in the world. And my tagline is stop it. That's so you can suspend judgment, take direction, be open-minded to provide your products. Hashtag stop it. Thanks.
Thank you and welcome back. Glad to have you. Okay. Did I miss anybody?
I just wanted to mention one thing that I forgot. I'm talking for the World Natural Health Organization on February 10th at 9 p.m. EST.
Is that going to be on a podcast or something, Michelle?
It's called I Inspire, and it's a webcast. It's a summit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Any closing remarks before we leave today? All right. Please make sure if you have joined the co-op and if you have the exclusive slot, get with me right away because I need to make sure I've got that master list correct. And if you have a link or something that I need to do with that, for those of you who want to participate in our discussion for that will be on Thursday, Zoom, just our regular Zoom. So that's at 11:30 Central Standard Time.
Nancy, what's the best way to get with you right away? Just should we email you or?
Yes, email would be best.
Okay.
That way I've got a way to track it.
Okay.
All right. Thank y'all very much. Have a fabulous weekend.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Michelle.
Bye. Thanks for having me.